Good morning, students. Today I want to discuss about the Java database connectivity, that is JDBC. What is this JDBC means? In Java programming, if I want to contact any database, we can use this database environment in Java programming. Okay, for example, we will take a small example. That is, once if you get the results from the university semester end exams, if I gave in results website, if I gave student hall ticket number, it will fetch us the student results and it will pop up on the uh, screen. That is one of the JDBC application. Means in some programming environment, we are giving input as the hall ticket number. It is fetching the data from the database and popping up the result into the Java or something else application environment. That is the connectivity between the programming language to the database environment. That the same thing that we are providing in Java is through JDBC API. Means in Java programming, we are connecting database. That is the JDBC API. Okay, I want to show a small example. This is a simple library management student project. Here I want to add a new book. This is my home page. Okay, this is library management project. Here I have the book details, issuing books, returning books, add new books, and student registration, issued book details. Like this options is there. I want to go for a book details. Student want to search the books by using book name, search by class, or if I want to add new book, I can add. Okay, these options is there. Suppose if I want to search Java book, I will give here test book name. It is popping up the details. As book ID is 123, book name is Java, author Padma and technology MPCS. This is the one of the best examples for the JDBC. Means I am using one Java based application. It is connecting my database. This is my SQL workbench I am using. Okay, here already I created some table like books. So here the books data is there. Now I popped up on the screen this book. So this is the one of the example for connecting Java application to the database. This is we can achieve by using JDBC. Okay. I want to discuss today this topic, how to connect the JDBC and what is the necessity of this one. And so this is the architecture of JDBC. As I told already, this is the Java application. Java application and ending is the this is some database environment. Java application is a completely different environment. It is a programming language. We have all programming features like inheritance, polymorphism, classes, object, everything. And coming to the database environment, this is completely different. Here we will have the tables, views, columns, rows, everything. Data is stored in the form of relational data, tables and columns. So these different environment and this in different environment, I need to provide some interface mechanism to work together. Okay, that interface, that bridge is provided by using JDBC API. In Java environment, this the bridge is interface between the database and the Java application is the it will provide by using JDBC API. Okay, this is the basic level understanding of JDBC. And already I told Java application programming is completely different and database management is completely different. So I want communication between these two. So for this one, we are using JDBC API. What it will do is actually what is the main functionality of this JDBC is it will understands the Java programming commands as well as these database commands also. It needs to communicate with both Java application and database application. For this one, it will take help of JDBC driver manager. JDBC driver manager, it will provides the interface between these two. What is the JDBC manager means? This JDBC this driver first understand the Java as well as the Oracle. Okay, and it will provide some intermediate code which understands by the two environments. That is done by this JDBC driver. Presently in the market, we have these 4 types of JDBC drivers are available. In this one, first one is the JDBC ODBC bridge driver. Type 1 driver is mostly used by small applications like student projects or very smaller applications they will use. It is very simple. JDBC means Java database connection. So Java code it will understand. ODBC means Oracle database connection. It will understand the Oracle commands, and these both are sit together and they will communicate, and they will come to understand the commands. This is a example is I can take China people and Telugu people. China people, they don't know about Telugu, and Telugu people don't know about the Chinese language. Both will carry a China to Telugu and Telugu to China dictionaries. Okay, and every time for every command they will search in the dictionary, and they will find out the meaning, and they will execute this command. So it will take lot of time. Simple logic is very simple, but it will take lot of time. That's why it is not suitable for bigger applications. JDBC ODBC bridge driver, but small understanding purpose and everything, we will get easily this JDBC ODBC bridge driver. Remaining type 2 driver, type 3 driver, type 4 drivers, all are they will use the third party to translate the languages, to translate these commands, Java commands and Oracle commands. They will use third parties. That's why these are somewhat commercial, and these drivers are very useful for big applications. And in industry, IT industry, mostly type 3 drivers they will use. Thin drivers, we will call it also thin drivers. Okay, but these 3 we cannot execute for the small applications. So in my example, I am using type 1 driver. Next, what are the steps to continue the connect to the database? Here already I told the both are the different environments, so we need to proceed. We need to follow some procedure to connect both are. First one is the I need to define the driver, and once the driver mechanism driver got connected, I need to establish a connection. After establishing the connection, once database is connected successfully, I need to prepare statements. So in the statement, I will database connections, execute the queries, and we will process the results, and close the connection. These are the steps we have to follow. First one, define the connection URL. What is this define the connection URL means? First, in this to provide the connection, first I need declare the driver, and as well as what is my database I am using. If I suppose if I go to MySQL workbench, I am using MySQL as my database. So I need to mention my MySQL location, root, username. This root is the my basic user in the MySQL, and local URL means in the where it is existed in my local laptop or system PC. Local host at the rate under this port I'm using this one. So these are the steps to initiate the driver first. Okay, I will write a small JDBC program. I will show you practically. In this class, we will see the practically how to connect also. So I created a class that is JDBC example. Before that, To execute JDBC API, I will import the java.sql.star. Okay, this is my Java JDBC API. All this API, all the SQL related commands will be existed in this package java.sql. Under this one, I'm importing that into my program, writing a small program. Step 1 is already we need to step 1 establish. I need to create driver connection. Already I told what is the driver necessity and what is the driver we are using, that I mentioned here. Okay. So first I will mention the driver and I'm copying my environment details. So URL is my system URL is JDBC MySQL, where is SQL is installed in my local host under the port. Okay, and database is my database is Sakila, that is using, and driver name is this one, MySQL CJ JDBC ODBC driver. I told this is the JDBC ODBC driver we can use for MySQL. These are the two drivers information I need to carry. Here see this one. First step, define the connection. First we need to load the driver. So to load the driver, I need a method called class.forName. In this class.forName is, it will load the driver. Whatever driver I mentioned here, that it will load the Java programming. Suppose already I told JDBC ODBC bridge I am using. So for Oracle sun.jdbc ODBC we will use, or this one we can use. In these two drivers, anyone we can use for Oracle database. But in my system I am using MySQL, so I am using, this is the my driver, class.forName com MySQL JDBC driver. I am using this driver. So I will first connect with the driver. For try block, I need to mention catch block. As of now, I am putting everything empty. I will explain what is that later. Okay. Yes. First one, this is the mechanism to register the driver. These are the 3 steps. Driver class we need to first instantiate. So already I told com.mysql.cj.jdbc driver. This driver I am loading into the driver class and creating instance for the driver class. From the driver manager, I am registering driver. So in this PPT already I told in the architecture, I am initiating this driver. So declaring this, what is the driver I am using, and from the driver registered this driver class. From this driver I am getting the connection. So driver manager just registered the driver, and from the driver manager get connection. Get connection is the this is the syntax of URL, complete URL of the database where it is stored. So already I showed here under home, local instance, MySQL 80, and port is, this is localhost 3306, and the username is root. And here I am using database name is Sakila. That one all I am writing here. This is a URL and DDBV and username, password for this. I am using this one. With this one, I am registered the driver, and I have wrote the steps how to connect the database. This is the piece of code to register the driver and get the connection. By end of this one, if I successfully executed, I will get this starting connection is null. If connection is not null, okay, I need to print database connected. So here, if I wrote everything correct and it's successful attempt, this database is connected. This is the piece of code to register the class, and if it is successfully done, this one. If it is, this driver class is not registered properly, or this URL is not found, otherwise if we don't have the access connections, I have to raise exceptions. Already exception is some different topic. That is all in the topic we see how to raise the exceptions and what are the exceptional handling mechanisms. So I am copying all the exceptions for this one. As it is, I am doing copy here. For this try block, if driver class is not found, I need to raise this class not found exception. Otherwise, once the driver found, but I am unable to get the connect from the SQL, then I need to raise the SQL exception. This is second. If once the SQL also connected, but there is a problem with the database connectivity, I need to raise illegal exception. If all these cases is not there, some other error, it will throw instantiation exception. This type of exceptions it will arise. We will check this braces and we will execute. First try block is okay and catch block is okay. This loop is for void main is this. Void main is one extra braces is there. So it's showing another side. Now everything is ready. If this program everything is correct, it will simply use the output database connected. So first step, we are going to execute. So first it's thrown error. It's not found. Driver is not found. So it's showing some error. Let us check what is happened. Okay. This is because of I don't have the Oracle jar. Now I am adding Oracle jar. Add external jars. Here my external jar. Open, attached here, applied, apply and close. Means I didn't, in this environment, I didn't add the Oracle jars. That's why it's giving that error. So now everything gone correct. See, database connected. So this means Java environment connected to the this MySQL environment. Okay, first step over. We got the connection. Now second step, how to write the Oracle queries in Java program. First step we are executed a connected Java database, that is fine. Second step we will see what to do. Once this one is finished, establish the connection. So connection.con, so connection type class, it will get the driver manager dot get connection. So URL, username, password. This one we are mentioned. It's already over. Now here statement need to create. What is the statement means? Oracle understand Oracle, not only Oracle, SQL will understand this type of queries only. So select star from books means in books table, whatever the data is there, it will print. So I need this type of statements I need to prepare in programming language. That is the statement. So, okay, that statements, first we need to create a statement for connection. I need to create statement. Okay. Once after creating the statement type, we need to write the SQL query. Which is SQL query you want to print? That SQL query I need to prepare and prepare that query, and we have to execute that one. So here we have three type of statements. The statement methods is there. One is execute query. Execute query. This will execute the whatever the query we wrote inside that one. That query it will return. Then result set it will return, means result set means number of rows. Suppose select star from books. This query it will returns the set of results. This is the set of rows. Book ID, book name, author name, stream, class. Some data is there here in the books class, books table, that it will print as it is. So in Java, I need a special mechanism to hold this result. Okay, all this, suppose here I have six rows. Just to hold the 6 rows, I need a special object. That one is result set. Result set will holds the set of number of rows data. Okay, that result set it will returns the execute query output. Okay, execute query is the statement type method. If we execute successfully this execute query, it will returns the number of rows of the database, and it will place that result into the result set. We will see what is this. Now here connection established. Okay, now I need to write statement here. So I have connection. Create statement. Okay. And connection, creating statement. Later I need to prepare the query. Query is something string, some string I am writing in string object. I am placing query. What I have to run? Result select star from. So this is my query. Now this will holds the this is the query now which I have to execute it through Java programming. So already I got the created statement and query also right. Now I need to mention the execute query. So here statement dot execute query, and that query I will mention here. So here statement created and query created, and now result set object rs equal to statement dot execute query. This one which query I want to execute, that query I will mention. So result set object I am importing. I think there is some mistake in this result test declaration. Okay, this is the result set I am declaring, and statement dot execute query also. Now this rs contains the result of this query. If I executed this select star from books, what this data will be appeared in the Oracle. But in Java, that result will be held in RS object, the result set object. While RS dot next is not null until and unless it is a true. I want to print system dot out dot println ID. So first column is book ID, so I am writing book ID plus rs dot get string. So in that result set, first column is book ID. Okay, and next book name. Rs dot get string. Second column holds the book name. So as of now, this two information is enough. So I am concentrating on book ID, book name. Book ID is 123 and book name is Java. Like this, it will print continuously. Okay. If everything goes fine, I need to get this data. So I am trying to execute this program. See here. database connected, first output, and book ID is 123, and book name is Java, and book ID is name, and SDV, all the data printed. So we will decorate the output with them clubbing those two fields, maintain some gap. Okay. Now once again I am going to execute, then visibility clarity will improve. See here. Book ID is 123, book name is Java. Book ID is 232, book name is SDF. Book ID is 111, book name C programming, Java, DBMS, C++. So this means we are connected to the database and we are fetching the data from the database and we are using that data in Java programming. That is the JDBC. Okay, this is the first step, first method, that is execute query. So first example we saw that one, we are connected to the database and we executed a program also. Now second, how to insert the data from the programming. So to this one is over, executing the query is over. Statement dot execute query, I wrote a query and execute. Second one is, if I want to insert some data or update the data, already existed data, I need to use execute update. What? I need to use execute update. See how we will use this one. First we will prepare the data and we will in second one I'm writing here, I'm taking some string book ID, I'm hard coding directly 1 2 3 4 5, some ID I am using, and string book name, database management. These two fields I want to insert into table. See here, already this data is not existed here. Book ID is 123 That book ID is not here. Book name also database management system is not here. So if I inserted from the programming, it will come. So first I need to prepare query. Query 1. Already query object is there. So I am using query 1. Query 1 is insert into table name is book, and which fields I am using. These names must be same as these names. Okay. Book ID. Column names must match with book ID, comma, book name I am printing. These two fields only I am inserting. Okay. Values. Values here. I am. Values are the book ID. This value I need to, sorry. This field I need to add here and plus book name. Okay. So I need to close the bracket. This one query completed. This is the query. Insert into book ID, book name we are inserting, values will be taken this book ID and book name is this one, it will replace. Okay, now I need to execute this query. Here execute update will return always some integer value. What is that integer value? Means number of rows affected. With this execute update, if I updated number of 5 6 call rows, then it will return 5 6 rows updated. So it will return one integer value, how many rows updated. If I am inserting a data, one row will be added, so it will return that number of rows 1. Statement dot statement dot execute update. Execute update. Here I am using query 1. So this one, it will execute this, it will insert this data into the database and how many rows affected. Mostly for insertion, only one row will be inserted. So if it is got success, we will print the output. System.out.println and console number of rows updated. I am printing here. Okay, this name must be same as this name. So there is this. So now we will try to execute this program. Again it will execute this, the first one, database connected, this one. Okay, in Sakila database, book is not there, that's why this table Sakila book is does not exist, exception thrown. So table name I gave wrongly, that's why this error came. Table name here books, not book, so that's why this error came. I will write here books. Column count does not match the value at row 1. Okay, and second exception is with the this one. These two are not matched. Book ID, book name is not matched with this one. We will see what happened. Column names are book ID, as this is there. I will copy and these columns also need to match. So book name, book ID, book name, both are matching now. Values here, the something is gone. We will see. I think the mistake with the query. So I'm copying directly. To save time, I copied. Okay, and number of rows. What is this? correct only. Okay. Next bracket came. See here. First database connected and later earlier query executed and print the data, and once insertion is gone successful, it gave the output as the number of rows inserted. Number of rows is inserted 1. Now we will cross check with the database. If everything goes fine, my data need to be inserted here. See here, 1 2 3 1 2 double 3 4 3 database management system row is inserted in the database. So through program I have inserted data into the database. Okay, this is the execute update, and one more is there, execute query already done. Result set, it holds the result set and it prints the result set data. This already finished. After so many result statement commands is there, not only execute update, execute query, execute is there, so many statements is there in under java.sql, but as of now we are covered only execute update, execute query, and we will see how many types of statements are available. We are prepared here statement. So statement will get the it is the result of the connection type method create statement. So these statements are mainly 3 types. Simple statement, we used only simple statement. By using the simple statement, we executed the query and we execute update we have done. But apart from this one, there is 2 more statements is there: prepared statement, callable statement. Okay, simple statement already we saw this one, how to create and create the statement and how to execute. What is this prepared statement? Prepared statement means dynamically from the user environment, I will pass the elements, pass the input. At that when dynamically it need to attach the query. That type of data we will send in web applications, that is executed by using prepared statement. By using prepared statement. For this one, best example is university exam result. When the results out, student will give his hall ticket number. So hall ticket number, it will send the dynamically. Every time each student will send a different hall ticket number. So that hall ticket number will hold dynamically and it will attach to the query. Okay. From the graphical user interface GUI, it will come the hall ticket number. In the query, select star from books or select star from the result where hall ticket number is that particular hall ticket number. Means I don't know what is the hall ticket number. Dynamically that argument I am sending to the, I am attaching to the query. That type of statements we will get by using prepare statement. Prepare statement will holds the arguments dynamically and it will execute the type of statements. And last one is the callable statement. What is this callable statement means? In Java programming, if I want to execute functions or stored procedure, these are the two database mechanisms, how to write the functions and how to write the stored procedure in database. These two can also be executed through programming. So to execute the procedures and functions through programming language, we will use this callable statement. So for that one, we will prepare the callable statement. We will write the complete function or procedure in programming language and we will execute the that function procedure. That is the advanced topic. Okay, the executing functions, procedures, and database context maintaining, and how many number of database connections we need for a Java programming, and how much time. Suppose in a university result, if I am trying application with a hall ticket number, if it is crossed more than 2 minutes, 3 minutes, I need to be get the error like a database timed out, like that. How many database connections need to maintain, and how much time it need to be maintained. All this will, that is the advanced topics that will come under Java X dot SQL package. Okay, that will maintain advanced Java topic, that one. So this is the I covered here basic uh, basic level of database connectivity to the Java. This is my lecture. Thank you. Thank you everyone. If you have any doubts, please feel free to contact me.